From the UK at 10:15 on this Sunday, 16th of October. And good morning to Coventry Police, West Midlands Police Force, the undercovers who were stuck on the fantasy tripping, surveillance, monitoring, espionage has escalated to Big Brother, psychoanalyzing, psychological warfare operation being done on me and my mother and brother. And you'll be held responsible for whatever my brother is. Right, a big warning to Coventry Council establishment sector abusers, sector management, GPs, doctors, social workers, healthcare, mental health administrators, psychiatrists, psychologists, sociologists who are conspiring, collaborating with the abusing in authority, defrauding covert operators who've got community members and workplace mobbers together to be film extras, to be cast as body doubles who are participating in sex, drugs, rock and roll and gambling lifestyle. The culture that is embedded in Coventry families, local network, and especially the inner circles that are part of a targeting campaign. So I've put on social media today, just saying no to drugs and fantasy footballs, Frank Skinner and David Baddiel, who were the early pioneers of fantasy football, stroke dream team, which is now embedded in UK culture. And because these idiots are doing cybercrime on me, it's a major investigation needs to be done by the Gambling Commission, by West Midlands Police Force, and outside investigators, such as the IPOC, who investigate police conduct and police abuse. Because they're a bunch of space cadets sitting on COVID duty. And so, the judge and jury, non-corrupted ones, realise they use body doubles when they're desperate to try and get damning personal persecutions and cover up illegal research, illegal hidden case studies, illegal workplace trials. That involves NHS Skulduggery, NHS abuse, outlining technology to study people like me or my mother or my brother. And because they're desperate to try and destroy families and targets individually, they use other people's bodies, outlining using track and trace, outlining technologies to film other people and then merge it into surveillance monitoring, detailing profiles to try and stitch and frame up the target, and try and throw them into healthcare, into elderly care homes and into mental health. Secondly, I've opted out the NHS. So I do not need to have a medical, especially when it's corrupted and they're desperate to finish off their research, their studies, their workplace trials, and think they can haul me in for medical or any blood tests. I don't do drugs, so they filmed other people if they think they can get court order on me in the near future. Because I've opted out of the NHS. I will not be playing ball with my GP or local surgery and go for any blood tests or go for any medical. Because I don't need to. I've not been to the doctors because I don't get ill. Don't suffer from no physical pain or illnesses for me to call the doctors and go and have an appointment and try and stay off work. So there's no reason for me to go for medical. Anything the covert operators have got, realise they are fraudsters, and that's why I'm warning the judge and jury in the family court protection. Strike off with judge and jury that issue court orders at the beck and call of the abusing in authority, police undercovers and the legal criminal practicing researching teams linked to NHS and healthcare who they pay, bribe and draft in from all over the world to do illegal research for them. I've stated before, social workers, healthcare, NHS people do not go on COVID duty. So someone is doing the research for them. Someone is doing the clinical close-up, illegal outlining human anatomy studies, doing illegal facial expression studies, doing the illegal lip reading and lip close-up photographing for them, and someone's doing audiology for them, and sound recording people's conversations and whatever comes out their mouths, whatever sound comes out their mouths, using non-consented equipment and apparatus to study people's bodies, study my body, my mother's body, brother's body, and I am not going to have Coventry Council establishment getting court orders yeah, due to these exposed covert operators being stuck in a fantasy world. Yeah, they're a bunch of space cadets. Yeah, they're not allowed to sit on Big Brother. They're not allowed to stalk people. They're not allowed to go to workplaces and watch people in workplaces and organise social engineered scenarios. And they're not allowed to try and ban people from driving who've not drove for nearly 2 years. That's how much of a fantasy world and how much of a space cadet is the senior covert operators are, the DCRs, the CID, and whoever they've drafted in from the armed forces to the Foreign Legion mercenaries to the Broken Old Dormant Association to all the boys and girls in Coventry, from retired ones to mothers and fathers, yeah, to the uncles, aunties, to the sons and daughters, to the cousins, and the younger generation who take orders from them. That's what I'm dealing with in Coventry, a bunch of space cadets stuck in a fantasy world of sex, drugs and rock and roll and the gambling culture. Because they want to get rich quick and want to retire early. That's what it's all about, TRs. You've got to expose them all. Yeah, you've got to realise what your town, your city, your village is all about. Yeah, and I've sussed out a long time ago, and we're a bunch of space cadets, and they don't got no concerns for nobody apart from their own people who are stuck in the inner circles, who think they are the class, they are the A-listers of the area, and think they're untouchable. That's why we're doing the targeting crimes, they're allowed to get away with crime. That includes all the associates who work in the NHS, who work in the council, who work in the police force, in the fire service, yeah, and work in the healthcare sectors as social workers and wannabe researchers and ambulance crew members. Yeah, they think they're A-listers, and because they know the older generation who've paid off police officers, paid off council, judge and jury, paid off council managers from all different areas within the council, public health, healthcare, NHS. Yeah, and that's how they get to manage and social engineer the local clubs and the local pubs, looking after the boys and girls who are ducking and diving in the shadows, getting away with all kinds of criminal activity. So the saga continues. Yeah,